We're at 401 North Market Street in downtown Frederick. It's the home of everything Frederick, and also a guest, the Midnight Baker. Cece is joining me. Thank you for joining me on Good Morning Frederick.
Thank you for having me.
So we were just talking 2 months. You survived 2 months of business. That's great.
Yes, we did it.
Yeah. So let's back up a little bit. The Midnight Baker. Tell me how all of this came about.
Yeah. So basically, like, I've always loved baking. I grew up in Louisiana.
Okay.
And so the food in the kitchen is a big part of our culture.
Yeah.
And so, like, growing up, I just, like, always loved to bake, and I always really loved to, like, make food for others. Like, I remember when I was, like, a freshman for homecoming, instead of all of us going out, like, I made dinner for all of my friends and their dates.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, I served, like, a full, like, 3-course meal and was like, oh, so
That's
proud.
your love language.
Yes.
Giving in that way.
Yes.
Yeah, sustenance. It's an amazing skill
Yes.
when you can do that and pour yourself into food that energizes other people. That's really awesome.
So that's, like, kind of where the love started.
Yeah.
And then, just like everyone else, graduated from college, got really busy, didn't really have time to, like, bake and do things like that anymore. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And we had all of this free time. It was a difficult, hard time, but it also gave us some opportunities. And I'm glad that we, like, didn't take that time for granted.
Yeah.
So I'd always wanted to learn how to do royal icing sugar cookies. I just thought they were beautiful, and I love pretty things. I was telling you, I love glitter.
Yes, yeah.
But so basically, I was like, I really want to learn how to do those. And my mother-in-law got me, like, a little starter kit for Christmas. It was so cute. And so I just started, like, playing and making cookies with that. And then people just started ordering from me. And I was like, wait, I'm not a business. Like, you don't see the bottom of these cookies. They're a little burnt. It was just, like, so funny. Like, there was just immediately this market for it. And people wanted the things that we were making. And like, what I thought was, like, maybe messy and not perfect was people thought were amazing. And I was just, like, very humbled and very grateful for, like, those opportunities when we first got started. And so, like, it just kind of took off from there. Like, everything about this business has, like, truly happened organically.
That's awesome.
It's never been, like, something we had to force to happen.
Yeah.
It's always been something that kind of, like, paved its own way. And it's been really cool to, like, experience the growth.
Yeah.
And so we were, I was doing that for 4 years, just making for friends and family, and people would ask me for something, and I'd say, well, I can try. And so I started learning, cakes and cupcakes and all these other things.
Yeah.
And, it was just like, I never expected it to be a business.
Yeah.
And then also with, like, learning new skills, right? There's always, like, the mess ups and the mistakes and the late nights and I think this will take me 3 hours, but it took me 12. And so I was constantly up, like, all hours of the night, way past midnight. And my husband, like, I was dragging him into it, like, making him help me. Like, I can't stay up another minute. I need you. Like, just be here. Like, body double, please. Like, and he would do my cleanups. Like, I'd be like, I need to clean up in the kitchen aisle. And he would, like, come in and clean my dishes for me. He's the best. Shout out to Cody. He's the best. Yeah. It's hard being married to a baker.
Yes.
But so he started jokingly calling me the Midnight Baker. And so, that's how we got the name.
I love it.
It's not because we bake at midnight, although since we, like, went commercial and have become, like, a legitimate business, we have been baking at midnight a lot.
That's funny. That's great.
Because, again, it's, like, all new learning curves.
Yeah.
But I'm so thankful for every challenge we face because, like, so far we've been able to come out on the other side ahead. So even, like, the things where, like, oh my gosh, this dough's not working because this temperature is different, or, like, so many little things because baking is chemistry. And so, like, we have had some long nights even now, even though we've been doing it for, like, 4 years. It's so different transitioning to a new kitchen with new equipment.
Yes.
But it's been so worth it. And Maryland Bakes is where we, like, work out of. So Maryland Bakes is a shared food kitchen here in Frederick. And Terry Rowe owns that. She's incredible.
She's the best.
She's the best. Like, such an amazing mentor. I, like, looking back, like, understanding all the challenges that face with commercial kitchen, I was like, I think I'd do it again the same way, even though like we thought maybe we should have started cottage, but we were like, no, like just having Terry as a mentor has been so worth it for us.
Yeah.
And we've just like really dived into this community.
Yeah.
And like, it's been great. Like the health department has been so supportive and so kind and helpful with like answering our questions and making sure we understood things if like we were confused. And other restaurants have stepped up and like partners with like Ashley at Prospect Pantry. Like,
I love her.
Shout out to Ashley. I like love her.
Yeah.
And like we've gotten to partner with her and we got to have our very first cookie class recently.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So like there's just so much in this community that there's room for more. And
there is.
We're just so excited to like continue to growing. And like my favorite part about opening up this business is that we've gotten to share our culture.
Yeah.
So we've gotten to take our Louisiana culture and bring that up to Frederick. So like right now.
So in what ways? Like what are
your... So like some of the things that we make are we make pralines.
Yeah.
So we have some of those like southern flavors. And then right now it's king cake season.
King cake.
Yes.
Mardi Gras.
And like I have to like share this because it's like so, I think it's so, I love it. So I love Mardi Gras. It's my favorite holiday. And everyone up here kind of thinks like, oh, it's just one day. It's just Fat Tuesday. But it's actually an entire season.
Yeah.
So Mardi Gras starts on January 6th every single year.
Okay.
So it's always like after, you know, there's the 12 days of Christmas and then there's Epiphany. Which is January 6th.
Yeah.
And it's also known as Three Kings Day, hence the king cake.
Yes.
And so like there's a lot of symbolism with the king cake. And then inside the king cake is a hidden baby. And so always check your king cakes.
Yes.
Always check every single slice.
Yeah.
You have to look for the baby.
Yeah.
And so if you get the baby, it's a sign of good luck.
Yeah.
And then in Louisiana, what we do is like that Friday after Epiphany, whoever brings in like that first king cake, right? Whoever gets the baby brings in the next one the next Friday. And so that's how we kind of keep paying it forward and bringing more king cake every single Friday. We do that at like school and at work. All through the king cake season until Fat Tuesday, when we end in, of course, like the biggest of parties.
Yes. Yeah. Well, New Orleans definitely knows how to do that good.
Yes.
How did you end up in Frederick from New Orleans?
Yeah. So honestly, COVID as well. COVID did so much for this business. Like as hard of a time as it was because it was difficult.
Yeah.
Like it also made some opportunities. So, you know, it's like growing pains. It's like every struggle we go through in life, it's for a reason.
Sure.
At least I believe that.
Well, me too.
Yeah. And so
you're being guided. You're being guided.
Agreed. And so like we would have never thought to live in Frederick, Maryland. Like we didn't even know what Frederick, Maryland was at that time. Like we were Louisiana our whole lives, except I lived in Florida for about 5 years. And I used to work for Disney. It's so much fun. One of the best jobs ever. I loved it.
We'll have to bring you on again to talk about that.
Girl, I have stories. But so we were like, what do we do now? Because we both lost our jobs because of COVID. And that's why we had so much structured time.
Holy cow, yeah.
So like we went through a lot with our family. And like my boyfriend at the time, husband now, we moved back down to Baton Rouge. And that's where we're from. And we needed some support, lean on our family. And we were there for about a year and like nothing was changing. My husband, who has 2 engineering degrees, shout out to my husband, like could not get a job. Like, and I was like, this is not okay. So we finally branched out and he got a job up here at Fort Detrick and just loves it. Like he's so happy there. And we're so happy here, and we've just like been so welcomed into this community. And every step of the way, this city has just like shown up for us. So like we're so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to hear that. I mean, we love Frederick too, and you know, I grew up here, moved away for a long time, came back, and it just is. I'm so glad you've said everything because it is really that supportive of business and the business community itself. Just trying to collab, do things, help you. And be there for you. And I'm so glad he likes his job. I'm so glad you guys like Frederick. I think it's great. So king cakes right now, can people still order?
We're going to have king cakes available on Mardi Gras at our ribbon cutting.
Oh,
so yeah,
ribbon cutting
yes,
on
Mardi Gras. And we are going to have a live band and playing Mardi Gras music, and we're gonna do a walking parade.
Of course, you gotta do a walking parade.
It's gonna be so much fun, and we're actually partnering with Pumpkin Peasant Pierogi.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a joint ribbon cutting. We encourage everyone to get there at 3:15. We're gonna start off the walking parade right around like 3:20, 3:30.
Okay.
And then right after the walking parade, we'll have the ribbon cutting, and we'll be handing out samples of pierogies. What's really fun is the pierogi, Pumpkin Peasant Pierogi, they're going to be actually creating some like Cajun fusion for us. So they're going to be making some Louisiana inspired pierogies. So it's going to be a really fun like culture clash.
I love it.
Yes, and then we'll have like boas and masks and beads for you to put on and just jump in the fun. So we're going to make it a party in true New Orleans style.
I love it. I love fusing Frederick with New Orleans in a way that is so fun, delicious. Can't wait to try everything. So March 4th.
March 4th,
3:15
at Maryland Bakes, 1450 West Patrick Street. If you know where Taco Bar is, it's just a few doors down.
Our good friends at Taco Bar.
Yes,
we love them.
We love Taco Bar.
We love them. Awesome. Well, what is one thing you'd want people to walk away from this interview knowing about Midnight Baker?
I would say that everything we do is truly like handmade. We put our hands on everything we touch, and we really make our food from our heart. And when you eat food from us, like you're getting an authentic experience. And that's what we want people to feel when they eat our food, those comforts of home. And we want you to know, like, I believe that culture is best when shared. Yeah. So we're excited to bring the Louisiana culture here and share it with you and make you part of our family.
I love it. Couldn't have said it better. The Midnight Baker, this is Cece.
Thank you.
We're going to see a lot more of her, I know for sure. We thank you guys for watching.